I'd rather dumb it down and turn it up.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'll give you a cue where to start.
Yeah, I need a cue.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure.
They're going to record this wild.
I think I bleed over into what you do.
Right.
Yeah, it does.
Before, right, so.
So we're recording wild, so go ahead, Tony, when you're ready.
Okay.
.701, Nancy intro. I don't believe, no, we have not done it yet.
Well, I told her. You want hands, it's one thing. I see a face on something.
And they shot enough footage to do a half-hour documentary. Easy.
They're supposed to do a half hour, now they're saying, oh, it's going to be 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Play that line at 33 for me. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like
Oh, short?
just a full quarter note.
Okay.
It's almost like it gets
All right.
it gets interrupted in the film.
Okay.
There we go.
The first sight that greeted us before we ever reached the surgery door, for its window looked out upon the yard through which we passed, was a spaniel, all too plainly seen within, absolutely motionless, and with an air of deep absorption. The dog was standing upon the table in an empty room with a thermometer sticking out of its bottom, like a cigarette. It was almost as though he'd put it there himself. Oh, Tulip, if only you were like that. But she was not.
Can you turn her back to me and hold her head still?
I think so.
Good. Now just keep her head like that for a moment.
May I give her the injection myself? You could show me where to do it, and she
Boss,
wouldn't
this
mind
really-
for me. Oh, I say, don't hurt her. There's really no need. After this, Tulip would not, could not, even enter the streets in which her last two experiences had taken place. I would suddenly miss her from my side, and looking wildly around, espy her far behind me. There was no getting...
Ask you a question.
Yes.
Mezzo piano here, forte there. How about this thing here?
That's
More mezzo piano again.
It's very lyrical. You're
Okay.
playing with either the violins or the piano at that point.
I heard some violins.
So, Brian, on the fader there, can you turn down the click a little bit?
Probably like right. Yeah, right here. Is this just you and clarinet? Just piano and clarinet?
Here, yes. Later the strings will come in. Here we go. Whenever you're ready, another take. Okay.
The nicest thing for her, therefore, it seemed to me, would be to find her an Alsatian Watney.
I have rented a bungalow in Sussex for the summer. Owner accepts dogs. No need to look further if you are in search of holiday accommodation. N.
I fixed up Tulip's love affairs here in London. Can't possibly make it. Joe.
None of your dogs could possibly be as good as Mountjoy, and Mrs. Tudor Smith is frightfully keen on the marriage. N.
This was Nancy's trump card. Mountjoy belongs to some people a little further down Wychbull Lane. He is an Alsatian of such ancient and aristocratic ancestry that Mrs. Tudor Smith has been heard to declare that his genealogy went back even further than her own did.
Pretty.
I am a session player. Okay, I'm calling. This may not go.
Start.
You hit
Four
four, you
clicks.
hear 4 clicks and you go.
John, make sure you unplug your headphones if you take
They're already out. And I just want to make sure it's not too loud. Just play a little bit, Brian.
Okay.
You're okay with that?
Am I gonna play with that other
You want me, I
thing?
can shut it off if you want. Easy.
Why don't you?
You can mute it. You don't need that anyway. Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Ready, Arnie? Here we go. 2.
I hardly remember for how long these two formidable females tussled for my custody. It was certainly more than a year, and it was rather distracting. Alas, very few of my friends ask me to stay with them anymore. Those who have no pets of their own are a little forgetful about inviting Tulip twice. People seem to take exception to being assaulted whenever they cross their legs in their own sitting rooms. One of the last hosts to invite us down to his country home was a Captain Pugh, who had served with me in France in the 1914 war. I had seen nothing of him for a great many years, and then he suddenly turned up again. He said he was
Can I hear that in there? Bar 8.
Okay.
It'll go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the strings all short. Bump, 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 bump. Short.
across our path was a curious figure who instantly caught my attention.
I wouldn't be surprised if she's a barren bitch. Too nervous and highly strung for my liking. Now,